So here's a quickie or a short or whatever you want to call it. But here is my personal game room. The lights are off so you can see the games a little bit better. And we'll start over here on the far left. And we have a Sinbad solid state pinball machine. And if I remember correctly, this one was made somewhere in the 70s, early 70s, mid 70s. I think it was 78, 1978, something like that. It might have been earlier, 72 possibly. I don't know, I've had a couple drinks. I'm not 100% sure on that. But here's my Sinbad that I've got. It's in pretty decent shape. We're not going to play any games right now, just doing a quick little tour of the personal arcade, I guess you could say. So I have a Sinbad, and then right next to it, I have a Major Havoc and a Tempest cab. Yeah, you can't really see it very well, I get that. Lights are turned off, but yep, got a Major Havoc and a Tempest cab. Got this one from a boss of mine for dirt cheap. I couldn't pass it up, so here we are. I plan on making it a Tempest again. I just have a Major Havoc in it for now. It's a fun game. I like Major Havoc. Then let's hop on over to the next one, which you guys saw in the earlier video, and that's Xenophobe. This one's been fun. I've been playing it a lot. I did beat the game on here. Got over 800,000 in the high scores, like 854,000. Not too much, but hey, pretty good for me for having played it for over 20 years. And right next to that, I have Golden Tee 2K. Can't really see. There you go. Golden Tee 2K. Now, this game is a game that me and my wife enjoy. We love playing this thing together all the time. We do. Almost every day. But no lights are on, so you can't really see it. But if you really get a chance to, which I'll show you in the daylight when you can see it, it's actually in a Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet. I got this game for free because it didn't want to work. And when I got it home, it turned out to just be a bad power supply. And yes, I do plan on getting an actual Golden Tee cabinet, transferring the board over, and then converting this back to a Mortal Kombat 2. That is the game plan, because why not? It's MK2. Then right next to this one, we've got Heavy Barrel. Now this is definitely another one of those gold mine treasure chest finds for me personally, because I grew up on Heavy Barrel. My brother and I had our very own Heavy Barrels when we were little kids. Now this one's a little off. We have not done much work to it. The sound's not working properly or any of that kind of stuff. We have to change the amplifier. And you can tell that we have one original dedicated rotary joystick. And you can't see it in here because there's poor, horrible lighting, which, whatever. But it's just your standard replacement third-party joystick that's black, as you can tell. You can't see it like you can see that one. Eventually, I plan on replacing this one to an original, so the whole game can be as original as possible. Now, I can't say it's very original because this particular cabinet and game was a kit. So it was one of those kits where somebody would have an original or a game in here already, and it's not making much money, so they would swap it out for something different. That's what this was. Still, it's Heavy Barrel. I love Heavy Barrel. Amazing game. Right next to Heavy Barrel. Obviously you can't see it very well, but this is a pole position cabinet. A cockpit cabinet, actually. But I don't have pole position in it because, well, honestly, I know some people might think this is weird, but I am not a fan of pole position. I only bought this because it was $50. My kids love it, and we have Final Lap 3 in it. This game is actually quite fun. You have 4 tracks to choose from, unlike pole position, which, again, pole position is a great game. But this one, I like the whole options thing. And my kids love it. I can't complain about that. The kids will play this thing constantly. Just constantly. Alright, and then the final game we have back here is a game I built for my son for Christmas. It's a miniature cocktail 60-in-1. It's nothing super fancy. Not at all. I literally built it in like 13 hours. Long story short, we forgot to get a major Christmas present for my youngest son. And at the last minute, I was like, you know, he loves arcade games. Let's get him a 60-in-1. So I built him this really quick, and he has been loving it ever since. We've had this thing for about 4 years now, and it's not broken. The kids have stood on it, everything you can think of, and it just doesn't want to break. So I'm not going to complain about it. But that's the personal arcade. You know, this is my game room, my personal game room. Got all my hunting stuff in here, my guns, my ammo, my arcades, just random spare marquees. Like, this is the place I come and relax on the weekends or the weeknights when I've just had a rough week. Just figured I'd kind of show that off once. Like, this is the personal game room. Nothing too major. I know, I don't have that many games, but it's good enough for me. That's for sure. Alright. Well, you all have a good one, and we'll go on to the next project.